Yes, good morning class. Today we are going to learn our new lesson, that is trade. So first of all we see what is trade. So trade, the word trade means buying, selling and exchange of goods. Trade is to be described as the nucleus of commercial activity. A trader purchases goods should be other traders or consumers at a profit. Generally, he buy those goods which are in demand or which are likely to find in the market. Sometimes they may get good margin on profit, but sometimes they may go in loss. So, students, normally trade refers to the exchange of goods, services, or assets between individuals, businesses, or nations. It involves buying and selling products, resources, or skills, often across geographical boundaries. So, basically, the producers build the goods, then it transfer to the wholesaler, then to the retailer, and finally reach to the consumers. Traders acts at intermediary between producers and consumers. Okay, so basically we can see next topic, classification of trade. So trade generally classified into two categories, two different types. First one is internal trade, and second one is international trade, that is foreign trade, we can call also foreign trade okay. So first, internal trade. And again, in internal trade there are two types. First one is wholesale trade, and second one is retail trade. As per this diagram we can see there are again types of foreign trade. In foreign trade there are three types. First one is import trade, second one is export trade, and third one is entreport trade. So now we can see, and we can learn first. First, internal trade. So internal trade, it is also called home trade, and consists of sales and exchange goods within the boundaries of a country. The payment involved in this trade or transaction are made in the nation's own currency, directly or through banking system. Okay, and the movement of goods is through internal transport system owned by state government, central government, or by any private agencies. The internal trade is carried on the following basis, which means again there are two types in internal trade. First one is wholesale trade, and second one is retail trade. And students, there are lots of benefits of trade. uh, Due to trade, countries can focus on producing what they do best. And another one is due to trade, country can stimulate economic expansion. Then today's world is a competitive world. So in today's competitive world, country can encourage innovation and better quality, and these changes are occur only and only due to trade. So due to trade, increase production level, efficiency level through the larger market. Yes, so as per the first type of internal trade, there are two types, wholesale trade and retail trade. So now we can see deeply, or we can learn deeply the first part is, or first type is wholesale trade. So basically wholesale trade means they are the people who buy in bulk from the producers in the small quantities and to the retailer. The wholesale serve as a link between the producer and manufacturer of goods and the retailer traders. See, picture is one diagram is here, not diagram, this is a chain of wholesale trade. How the wholesaler can supply their product to the consumer or customer. Okay, so this is suppliers of raw material. From the suppliers of raw material, they supply raw materials to the drug manufacturer plant. Then drug manufacturer plant supply their product, finished drug product means they can complete their product, finish their product. Then that product pass to the wholesaler or the in the distribution center. From the distribution center, they supply their material or they supply their product to the retailers, wholesalers from and the distribution centers. And finally, consumer final last is consumer. So from the retailers or from the wholesalers, consumer can buy or consumer can purchase their product. Then second one is retail trade, which means second type is retail trade. So see, we can, here there are two pictures. Yes, so retailers are the traders who buy goods from wholesaler, or sometimes they purchase from producer and sell them to the consumers. They usually operate retail shop and sell goods in small quantities. See, there is difference between wholesale trade and retail trade. In wholesale trade, what we learned, in wholesale trade they can purchase in bulk, means quantity, in quantity. But in retail trade or in retailer shops, consumers can produce or they purchase goods and services in small quantity. Okay, so they usually operate the retailer shops and sales good in small quantities. They keep a variety of items in any use. Retailer act as a link between wholesaler and the actual consumer. In pharmaceutical trade, the chemist or the druggist plays the role of a retail, thus a retailer chemist in a outlet for providing drugs or a healthcare services to the patient. A retail dispense the prescription of the medical patients and sell medicines to the patients. See, normally any pharmacy or we can see our grocery shop is the best example of the retail trade. Okay. Then second type of trade is international trade or foreign trade. As we learned last time, I told you international trade and foreign trade is, both concept are same. International trade refers to the exchange of goods and services between two countries. See, internal trade means whatever trade or whatever transactions are going between in the countries. But in international or foreign trade, there the deal between two countries. In simple word, it means the export and import of goods and services. Export means selling goods and services out of the country, while import means goods and services flowing into the country. Export means selling goods or services to the other countries, And import means buying goods or services from the other countries. Import means we can buy goods and services from other countries, and export means we can sell or we sell our product out of our country. International trade supports the world economy, where prices or demand and supply are affected by global events. The movement of goods is through international transport system. So there are modern train trends are also there, like globalization. Digital trade means e-commerce services, then supply chain optimization, and sustainable trade, then regional trade agreements like NAFTA, ASEAN. Okay. And see, sometimes while we export or import goods, some taxes are also there, and taxes on import goods or export goods. And there are trade agreements are also there, like formal agreement between countries regulating their trade. So next is types of international trade. Foreign trade is conducted mostly on a wholesale basis, and subdivision to import trade, then export trade, and interport trade. So see, first type is import trade. We can see deeply what is imported. Import trade means we can purchase goods or we can purchase services from other countries, means foreign countries, international countries. Yes, so import trade means purchasing goods and services from foreign countries because they cannot be produced in sufficient quantities or at a competitive cost in your own countries. See, one example is also here. For example, India import 80 or 82% of its crude oil requirements from countries like UAE and Venezuela. This is because these countries possess massive oil field and are quite competent in exploring, processing, and transporting oil at an economical rate. Similarly, UAE imports agriculture and apparel based products from India because it is easier and cheaper to import this rather than produce their produce them in their own country. See, second type is export trade. So, export trade means we can sell our product and services to the other countries or foreign countries. Okay, so quite like its import counterpart, export trade is a type of international trade which relies on selling locally manufacture goods and services to the other countries. In theory, it is considered to be just opposite of imported. Understood? Import trade and export trade is totally opposite. Import means we can buy from other countries, and export means we can sell our goods and products or services to the other countries. Okay, so see, example of export trade. For example, India exports inorganic chemical, oil seeds, raw ores, then iron or steel, plastics, and dairy products to a country like China. In return, China exports electrical equipment, organic chemicals, silk, mineral fuels, and fertilizers to India. These goods are exchanged between both countries so that they can make the most of their respective productions and capacities. Then next, interport trade. So what is interport trade? Interport trade means, its simple terms, is a specific form of international trade comp- comprise both import and export trade. Under this type, goods and services imported from one country so that they can further to be exported to another country. This is to say that imported goods are not used for consumption for sale in the importing countries. Instead of the importing country just add some values to the goods before exporting them yet again. Yes, entrepreneur trade means sometimes we import or we buy some goods and services from other countries, but not for consumption purpose. Adding what country add some values in that product, and then they export to the another countries. This is called entrepreneur trade. Means country buy that products, or country purchase that products for selling purpose, not for consumption. Okay, so see example, in India imports rubber from Thailand, processes it, and re-export it another country like Japan. It would referred to as interpreted. Means India import rubber from Thailand, but after processing and after adding value in that rubber, India again re-export that same product to the another country, which means which like Japan. Understood? Now see, most countries deal in entrepreneur trade because of the following reasons. Why countries did like that entrepreneur trade, and why entrepreneur trade is there? What is use of entrepreneur trade? So see, what and most countries deal why interested in dealing to entrepreneur trade. So lack of access of direct connection between any two countries, then better processing or logistical facilities available with the third country, then absence of trade agreement between two countries. Yes, and no trade finance in banking facilities available in the import countries, importing countries. Now see, in trade there are some advantages are there, and some disadvantages are also there in international trade. So first we can see, or we want to see, what is advantages of international trade. So first one is optimal use of natural resources. So due to international trade, most of lots of optimal use of natural resources in trade. Global trade helps countries to make optimum use of their natural resources. Then each nation concentrate on the production of those products for which resources are available in the abundance and best suited. Then second one is availability of a wide variety of goods. So it lets a country it import items which are not produced due to higher cost or other issues. Likewise, selling goods to foreign countries allows a nation to get rid of its excess production. Then see, third one is specialization. Foreign trade results in specialization and promotes manufacturing of different products in different nations. Due to competitive advantages, goods can be produced at relatively low cost, and this benefits all countries. And next one is increase efficiency. So due to international trade, this is the most important advantage is there, increase efficiency. Due to international trade, country can improve or increase their efficiency. Since international trade is highly competitive, producers in any countries tries to make good qualities products at low rates. In turn, boosts efficiency and benefits consumers all over the world. Then establishment of new countries, of exchanges of techniques and technology. Underdevelopment nations are able to establish new industries with the countries known how to machines and equipments import from developing and developed nations such as underdeveloped countries and able to develop speedily. The next one is understanding and cooperation between countries. So, due to international trade, there is a best option or cooperation is there. Due to international trade, both two countries are cooperate with each other through global trade. Through people of different regions come in close contact with the other for due to trade. As a result of this understanding, cooperation and cordial relation tends to build up among nation at large level. Then foreign exchange, a country is able to earn valuable foreign exchange by exporting its goods to other countries. With the help of foreign exchange, it can purchase goods of its needs from other countries. Then culture development, yes, culture development due to trade, due to international trade, we can see there is a cultural development is also there. So the trade due to the trade, people of different countries come in contact with each other through international trade. They learn about each other cultures qualities. Now, like advantages, some disadvantages are also there of international trade. First one is impediment in the development of home industries. So international trade, it has adverse effect on development at the home industries, pose a threat to the survival or infant industries at home due to foreign competitions and unrestricted imports and upcoming industries in the country may collapse. Then the second one is economic dependency. So the underdeveloped countries have to depend upon the developed ones from their economic developments. Such reliance often leads to economic exploitation. For instance, most of the underdeveloped countries in Africa and in Asia have been exploited by European countries. Then see, next is misuse of natural resources. Yes, due to international trade, lots of misuse of our natural resources. Excessive export may exhaust our natural resources of a country in a shorter span of time that it would have been otherwise. It will cause economic downfall of the country in the long run. And next is trade wars. International trade breeds rivalries among nations due to competitions in the foreign markets. They may uh, eventually leads to wars and disturb to our the world peace. Next one is effect on culture. So due to international trade, there are so many goods which are not suitable in accordance with our output and traditions, etc. The import of these goods affect our cultural civilization. And last one is shortage of goods in a country. To earn more profits, sometimes the traders prefer to sell goods or to the other countries than in their own countries. This results there is a shortage of goods within the countries. Why this is because of just the traders want to supply their product to the other countries for profit purpose. Yes, class. So today we learnt trade, advantages of types of trade, then advantages of trade and disadvantages of trade. Okay, class. Thank you.